Hello, my beautiful soul tribe. This is Ascend With Me Tarot. My name is Dawn. I am here to do a collective reading. I want to look into the divine feminine, divine masculine energies again today. We're going to see what else Spirit wants to talk to us about, where we're at on the path, things like that. I haven't had this deck out in a while, so we're going to start with this deck. It's called Journey of Love by Alana Fairchild, Razuli, and Richard Cohn. We're going to actually read out of the book today, but we're going to build up a reading. I don't know what's going to come out, you guys. I never know until I get into these things, okay? But I'm feeling high vibrational today. I'm feeling really high vibing. I'm feeling love and just unity in my own self. So I want to talk about this to the collective, I guess, or whatever Spirit wants to tell us for the feminine and the masculine. Now when I'm reading this feminine energy and I'm reading the masculine energy, it's not based on gender. So if you are a male resonating with the feminine energy, then put yourself in that category, right? If you're a feminine resonating with the masculine energy, put yourself in that category. It's just speaking about what energy you are currently, resonating with the most at the moment. We all hold feminine and masculine energies within us. And it's our job to bring those two energies into the yin and yang within ourselves, the balance within ourselves, to become whole, right? And unity isn't necessarily about unity with another as much as it is first achieving the unity within self, the unity of the feminine, masculine self, and then the unity with the divine within self. I feel like I'm still working through it, but what Spirit's teaching me is once we reach our own wholeness, that's when we're ready to come into unified energy with another, okay, with your masculine or feminine counterparts. But anyways, let's just see what Spirit wants to talk to us about. Divine Father, Holy Spirit, thank you for this day. I ask for truth, clarity, healing, and confirmation from my Soul Tribe Collective today. Please bring forward a high vibrational message of encouragement, direction, connection, whatever it is that you want to bring us, whatever spiritual truths or awareness that you would like to bring forward for my Soul Tribe Collective and myself today. I ask that you put a white light of divine protection around this reading, around the messages, around my Soul Tribe and myself. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, all my beautiful spirit team ancestors. I ask this in the name of Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, let's see what we've got going. So let's talk about the divine feminine. Before we do that, I'm going to pull an overall energy for the both of you. So I'm going to pull one energy for that you both are resonating with currently, whether you're feminine or masculine. What is this energy that we're going to talk about? What is it about, Spirit? What is the energy you're going to bring up today? What is it going to be about? It's going to be about embracing, coming into union, Look, that's two people with a heart, of energy of heart around them, embracing one another. Okay? Yes, they're naked. They have naked bodies. They're naked body to naked body, which is a beautiful thing, right? But it's about the soul embracing one another, Spirit's telling me, an energetic embracing. So it's about embracing all that is, okay? So for the divine feminine collective, Spirit, we're going to read out of the book for these cards because they're beautiful. What is the energy that you would like to speak about to the divine feminine today, Spirit? Father God, okay. Acceptance. Ooh, and it's fallen in reverse, feminine, but we don't read this in reverse. Okay, and it's a 55, which speaks about accepting completion, things that are coming to completion, a lot of changes that feminine energy's been going through, okay, and the ability to just embrace and accept whatever it has been, right? Accepting yourself, accepting your masculines, accepting your journey for all that it is, not in the victim mentality, not in a mentality of resentment or unforgiveness. Remember, Spirit tells me that all the time. It's easier said than done, I know, feminine, but you are the divine feminine, and you are here to put seeds of embracement. We're here to seed these seeds of forgiveness and acceptance and embracing one another. Okay, so feminine, you're in the energy of completing cycles. Okay, things that are accepting the things that are being completed so you can accept what is for you. Spirit's telling me. What about the masculine collective? What do you want to talk about? What does the masculine need to embrace currently? Your masculines are getting wish fulfillment. And look, in the reading I did last night, right? The feminine was in sanctuary, and Spirit was talking, no one's above or below one another, but the feminine was already in sanctuary. And what Spirit's currently working on the masculines with was getting into their inner sanctuary, right? And now we've got the feminine at a number 10 with change or completion, and the masculines are at number 9, one step behind the 10, right? So it's not about one is better than the other. It's just about where you're at on the journey. And masculine, Spirit's talking to you guys about embracing the heart of God. And as you do, your wishes are being fulfilled. And then you're going to move into this energy of acceptance where the feminines are. And you're going to come to a completion of your own karmic cycles, your own unaligned beliefs about yourself and your world. Okay? Your unaligned energy, the energies that aren't aligned with the divine are going to come into alignment as you get into this energy of the heart of God. So let's read in the book about these, and then we're going to dig deeper. So feminine, we're at 55s here. I'm resonating with both of these energies, to be honest, okay, personally. But I know that Spirit's telling me I'm complete. I'm whole. I've been balancing out my feminine and my masculine energy, and I embrace both energies. So I tend to resonate with both sides of the equation here. But let's read about acceptance. Divine Feminine, you have offered yourself, asked to be of service to the greater good, created something that you want to contribute towards a healing of our world, and your offer has been gratefully accepted by the divine. Know this and be at peace. This oracle brings you a message. You are completely received, accepted by the divine just as you are. There is nothing to change, just you to be. So be yourself, basically. You have made an offering of a prayer, a sacrifice of an attachment, and a giving of a desire to be of service. To make a contribution to the world in your offer is joyfully being transformed into the seeds of how this can best be. Your next step is about to begin. Wow. Here's the poem. Shall we find some sunshine amongst the cloudy days, a gentle touch that softly warms and leads us on our way, past stately oaks and candles glow, in places we've never been, a friend to share the memories before it's home again. Wow, I got goosebumps because, guys, Divine Feminine, we know we're here to be of service, not just to ourselves, not just to our careers, but we're at service of healing. We are at service of the divine, okay? And so we have offered ourselves and surrendered to the divine to use us in whatever way the divine sees fit. No matter how scary it may be at times, no matter how confusing we tend to get with the signs we're seeing sometimes, right? The truth will always remain the same, that you are divinely guided, divinely protected, divinely cherished, and divinely loved. And your offering has been accepted. It's not going to come in the way you imagine it, Spirit's telling me. The divine loves you, Divine Feminine, and sees your heart and sees the true offering of your heart. And do not fear. Do not be afraid is what I'm hearing. You have been accepted. The only key now, Spirit's telling me, is for you to accept yourself. There's a true acceptance that Spirit's getting us to. It's a spiritual babies. Oh, my beautiful Divine Feminines. We are not humans having a spiritual experience or spirit having a human experience. We are spirit. We are spirit. We are always spirit. We will always be spirit. Okay? So let's read about this for the feminines before we get into the heart of God for the masculines. Okay? Because I want to dig in each energy. So let's talk about Divine Feminine. So we've made offers for the greater good. Let's talk about these offers for the greater good. Father, Where can I go for this? Okay, let's talk about what we've had to go through first, or what energy. What energy do you want to talk about for this offer, Spirit? What does this offer? Trust. It's going to take trust in the divine, trusting in one another, trusting in self. Wow. Just unrestricted trust is what I'm hearing. And inner peace. So holding our inner peace no matter what the circumstances are, and having a divine trust in yourselves and your divine connection, your divine protection. Okay? So let's talk about this. Yeah, there's something that's going to be released, a power. Divine feminine, we're releasing our powers. Our power is being released, or the divine is releasing power to us. If we can stay in a calm state with trusting in the divine, right? Not letting our emotions overpower us, not letting our fears overpower us. Doesn't mean you may not feel fear. God knows you're going to feel fear. It's a human reaction, right? You're in a human body, but you're a spirit. It's about, no matter if you feel the fear, if that fear rises up, lean into the trust of the divine in the moment, right? And do what you are called to do anyways, is what I'm hearing. Tell me about trust and inner peace. Yeah, it's about self-acceptance, acceptance of the divine self. Nothing, and you're perfect. You're exactly perfect, divine feminine, just the way you are. You don't have to fix yourself for a relationship or another person or to be part of anything. Okay? And it's good that we go within and we're growing within, but that's not because we need to fix ourselves. That going within part of ourselves that we've been working on has been to connect with our divine selves, with the divine within ourselves, and to find healing and self-acceptance for all that is, not just for ourselves, but for others on this path. Others that we felt like we were the victims of because of wounding or because of circumstances that were outside of our control, right? As we go within and we find that divine connection within ourselves, we find that healing within ourselves, we find ourselves, which is the divine, okay? The divine in you. And so it's not work anymore as much as it is being, just a beingness. Right? You become, is what I'm hearing. It's not work, it's a becoming of. It says nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. It's natural, right? May I rest in our oneness, dear divine. Why? Tell me about trust. Tell me about trust. Yeah, patience. Spirit's saying be patient for the thing. Okay, so God's given us vision. They've told us to plant these seeds or plant those seeds, to hold on to this dream or to hold on to that dream. Whether it's for a soulmate or a family or a career or, a big idea that you may have. It's going to take us to have trust in the divine and be patient and not worrisome in the moments of quiet, in the moments of things not moving as quickly as we'd like. Those are the testing moments. Those are the strengthening moments of patience. Okay? The more patient that we can be, the longer we experience, the longer our life becomes, I'm hearing. It says if you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. Okay? Not trying to fix a problem, a person, a family member, whatever. We're not here to fix it. We're here to embrace it with love, with divine truth, divine grace, forgiveness. Okay? We're here to grow and embrace others so they may grow too. We're here to create room for growth through love, through forgiveness, through embracing. Okay? Not turning our back or feeling so wounded that we throw up our shields. Remember, you're divinely protected. You don't have to protect yourself, Divine Feminine. The Father will protect you. You know, think of your experiences, whether they felt good in the moment or not. You got through that moment. God brought you to each and every one of those experiences, Divine Feminine, not so you would protect yourself, but so you would see His power over you, His power in protecting you, the power of your connection with the divine. You might have went through some hard, scary stuff, right? That brought you to your knees, that you felt like was breaking you open. And it was. But it's serving the divine's purpose, right? And He brought you to it. He will always bring you through it. So it's not about you having to fix anything. It's about self-acceptance of all that is and embracing yourself and all others. Wow. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. So when we can relax, we're empowered, Divine Feminine. We empower our own feelings of love, Spirit's saying. And that's when we can lay down the doubt and the need of protection, of protecting ourselves, and the impatience. Feeling like in those moments where God's asking us to be patient, that something's wrong with us, or we're not doing this right, or we're not doing that right. No matter where you're at any given moment, you're exactly where you're meant to be, or where you need to be, for the highest good, for the highest purpose between your connection with yourself and the divine, and the purpose He has for service. Okay? I'm being told to read Patience. Oh, we just read it. Okay. So Spirit's saying just trust and relax. Okay? Trust and relax is what's going to empower you to rise above your feelings, right? Your feelings. Love is more than just a feeling. Love embodies your thoughts. It embodies your actions. And yes, it does embody your feelings, but it's so much more than that. Okay, it's time for us to be patient and let our feelings empower us instead of letting our feelings keep us held back. That's what's coming to a completion. Okay? The way that we relate to the feelings of things, the way we accept our feelings, the way we accept the feelings of others. It says, when you ask the divine to take over, you get pulled into your own authentic power. It's a force of inner love that wants your wholeness and magnificence. Unfold my true and radiant self, dear Lord. Okay? And when it comes to your feelings, Spirit's saying, allow yourself to feel these feelings, but accept your feelings for what they are. Accept them easily. You don't have to dig in with worry or anxiety or questioning, what do I need to fix in order so I can feel good again, in order to make this thing work the way I expect it to, and blah, 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 right? Instead, embrace yourself, embrace each situation. Things are coming to a completion, and as things come to a completion, be in the energy of allowance, of acceptance, not of trying to control or fix or, hold yourself back for anything, all right? Because it's about being in the divine flow as the divine feminine and letting your feelings flow. As your feelings flow, right? I had the habit of when something painful, and this is what Spirit recently taught me about myself. When something painful happens, I'll cry for a minute, right? But I haven't truly allowed myself to feel it because it's painful and it hurts. So I toughen up, I put my skin on, I toughen it up, and I distract myself. I push through the pain, I push through the feelings. I feel them for a second, but I haven't been going deep enough to come to the solution of why I'm meant to feel it in the first place. I've been trying to, without even realizing I was doing this, Divine Feminine, so I know I'm not alone. Right? It's like we feel like it's us against the world sometimes, especially when you don't have support of a masculine or family or friends, or you've been through a lot and you've had to stand on your own. Yes, it has toughened you up and it's made you strong for the road ahead. Okay? So it served its purpose. There's nothing wrong with the way our old MO has been, our old way of dealing with things has been, but it's time to expand, right? So we can no longer, just clip right past it, right? Spirit saying it's time for us to dig into the feelings of it and have acceptance in the moments, right? So it doesn't rear its ugly head 20 years later, right? And then, just it triggers you out of the blue, right? Is what they're telling me. It says emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. That's what I'm trying to explain, right? We think we're surrendering when we're toughening up and we're no longer crying about it, and we put it in the back of our mind and we stomp it down in our heart so we don't have to feel it, right? But that's not it. Spirit, the divine is all about surrendering, right? Our divine connection comes with the surrendering of every day, every moment, everything. And just with surrenderance comes embracing, right? And so we've got Spirit's teaching us how to get to the point of feeling our feelings, accepting situations, people, and places for what they are, what it is, with forgiveness and compassion in our heart, and surrendering to digging into the depths of what are we learning from these feelings, right? What am I learning about myself? What am I learning about the ones that I love? What am I learning about the world that I exist in when I'm triggered with these certain feelings? That's why we're meant to feel these feelings, okay? So it's saying you can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. Allow me, dear divine, to offer all emotions to you, feeling them fully so they no longer hold me captive. Wow. And when we learn how to do that, divine feminine, we're empowered, right? We're no longer triggered by the feelings of things. We're no longer triggered by completions of cycles that we thought we were supposed to fix in our own power. We're leaning on the divine. We're literally, we're not holding our feelings back and trying to worry over them or grow anxious over them. We've learned to surrender them and work with hand in hand with the divine in us, the divine's love for us and of us, okay? Working with the divine instead of feeling like we have to fix ourselves or fix another, right? That's important to just surrender and embrace all that is as experience, as needed experience. No matter what it may feel like in every given moment, each experience is a necessity for God's purpose. And so we can accept that when we understand that, and we allow ourselves to feel the pain, to feel the joy, right? To feel whatever we're feeling in the moment and accepting it as it for what it is, right? And not having to question our feelings or think something's wrong with us for feeling this or feeling that. Your feelings are valid every single moment of every time you have a feeling, right? Like your feelings are always valid because they're yours, divine feminine. Okay, they're yours in that moment at whatever, and they're not wrong. They're in exact alignment for wherever you're at in your journey at any given moment. And they may grow and they may change and you're supposed to expand on your understandings of them. And that's the point of working with the divine and surrendering to the divine in love, right? It's not about finding love. You are love itself, divine feminine. Help me, Lord, to send so much compassion and caring to the inner child that I always remember I myself am love. Give me one moment. I got to put my dog up, y'all. I swear, he sees me start doing a video and he starts doing his little routine of trying to distract me. All right, divine feminine, that's beautiful, beautiful energy, okay? That's gorgeous. So we're learning to accept ourselves. We're in this phase, divine feminine, of self-acceptance. You could be a masculine going through this, okay? Because masculines, you're meant to hold feminine and masculine energy too. But as we go through this process, divine feminine, you're offering, I feel like what Father's telling us is the offering of our true feelings, whether they're no matter what they are, whether they're joy or whether they're sorrow, right? Whether they're healing in the moment or they're painful in the moment. The true offering that the divine's asking of us is to offer it all up to Him and let Him replace and remove those things from within our heart chakras, from within our mind, our crown chakras, and to, if we can trust in this process, and trust in the divine, trust in the self too, right? That you're beautiful every moment of any moment, no matter what your mistakes may have been, or your beliefs may have been. No matter what is what, in every given moment, you trust in that you are exactly perfect in every single moment, right? Trust in the feelings you feel, that they're serving a higher purpose, and bringing you to the power of the divine, the inner peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding for the divine feminine, right? We're a divine feminine. We are emotional beings. Okay, we truly are. An emotion is energy. You're an energetic being, always. When we try to hold our feelings back and not feel them, and we bottle them up, that stops up the flow of our own energies. But when we move in acceptance through all completions, through all changes, we move in this energy of peace, and just trusting that the situation is, whatever situation, whatever experience we're experiencing is a necessity for the highest good for us or another, then you know, we're walking in divine love, is what I'm seeing here, okay? So for the feminine collective, what can we be working on? Our spirit, what do you have us concentrating on currently? Currently, yeah, acceptance of self. Oh my goodness, divine feminine, I can't make this up. Literally, this says acceptance of self. And self-sufficiency, standing on our own 2 feet, right? With the divine self. Not leaning on another to get our emotional fulfillment, okay? Not leaning on another to get our physical provisions. Not leaning on another to stimulate us in our mental energy, right? It's truly, hold on. It's truly